Hey guys, Dexter here from Dexter's Workshop. I've promised you a little bit of a review of my new solder paste dispenser. Chinese, of course. So it's the model 982A. It's made by Diansu, whatever the company is that. Actually came packed pretty well. I will try to not to spend a lot of time doing this review, but to actually show you the features of it. So on fast forward, you got an on-off button. You got a manually or an auto mode. You can actually set the time of dispense using a potentiometer. That's an air pressure regulator. I'll show you a little bit later. The amount of vacuum is you can have it fitted from this button. It says vacuum minus plus. In fact, inside it's just a venturi tube that bleeds out some compressed air from the actual airline that comes in, and it will suck a little bit. It will suck a little bit back after the dispense process, just to break the surface tension of the solder paste. This is the main the air out connection, and this is the air in. From this dip switch you can actually set the time of dispense, the time that actually in auto mode will keep the valve open and dispense the fluid or the solder paste, depends on what you have. This is the foot switch entry jack. The main, this is the 220 volts version, and the fuse of 250 milliamps or a quarter of an amp. I'm going to open it because I've opened it before this just to see what's inside. I cannot stand to have a piece of equipment and not to see what is inside. And I'll have to tell you that I'm not quite disappointed with the acquisition, but I was expecting a little bit more, I don't know, technology, if you like. Actually, only the metal sheet and the components that this system is made of, it's going to cost you a little if you are going to have it built by yourself. Of course, you can do it with less money and a lot of work, but for me that was not an option of that time. So what we have here, it's the actual guts of the dispensing system. You have a main transformer. That's the actual electro valve that is here. The main air line that it's going. Half of it is going to the vacuum regulator, and half of it is going inside the air pressure regulator. The output and again the line that's connected to the dispensing needle air output. When it came, I had to open it because I had to see what's inside. And actually, this piece, this piece of the vacuum valve was unscrewed a little, so I had to take all the valve off. The bottom doesn't come out, but you have to use some wrenches and take the whole system out. Screw this part, put it back, and put it again inside. The actual common module, I was bowled over. I was actually expecting a total different approach on this one, but if it's working, why not? So as far as I can see, this is the main uh, filtering and rectification module. And right there, there is an LM317. I don't know what's for, but inside here we got a 7812, and again, oh, that's a tip 122. So we got the driver for the actual pressure valve here. That's a power transistor, and we got a 12 volts regulator that will actually command the electro valve. The whole system, the whole timing system is built around the 555 integrated circuit. So when when you're using this dip switch here, you're actually switching some timing capacitors that are that are here on the board. So quite a simple approach. I wouldn't do it like this. I would use a little bit of microcontroller and have a little bit of a fuss around here, maybe an LCD to show the dispense time, and a lot of bells and whistles. But what can I say? Is it working? Yeah, then it's good. So what I have to say is you get pretty much get the value for the money. You will not do something like this with $100. That's for sure. $100 including shipping. You will not do that. I can guarantee you that, because only the actual metal enclosure will cost you a little, and the other components. I'm not saying about the cheap parts that are inside actually, but I'm saying that the electro valve will cost you I don't know, $5 to $10. The pressure regulator will cost you another $15. The gouge, if you like it. If you not, then another $10, maybe $15. I don't know. The transformer is $5 to $8, I guess, and the other small parts that will have you like I don't know, another $20 max maybe. But it's good value for the money. It's already assembled. You don't have to put your mind to it and have it designed, and you know, it's very good. The silk screen is nice. It's the wiring. It's decent. I've seen worse than that, especially to our Chinese friends. So what you get in the package is actually a foot pedal that will enable you to use the dispensing unit in manual mode. You will have this unit here that can replace the foot pedal and will enable you to actually use the micro switch here to dispense the paste. Okay, so this comes quite in handy when you can put it on the syringe and actually use it to dispense the paste if you're not good at keeping a rhythm with your foot. Another thing that you will get in the package will be 3 30 cc syringes. I can tell you that from the whole package, and I've seen a lot of Chinese knockoffs and Chinese badly designed products or anything like that. Those are the worst. Okay, I'm not saying that they are not working, but imagine that you have to put actually like 1, 2, 3, 10 grams of solder paste inside of this. Well, I'm telling you because I've made the experiment and was a lousy experiment. I'm telling you that the piston actually doesn't go all the way in, so you'll end up there is a slight difference between the end of the syringe and the actual piston, and you'll end with a lot of solder paste that cannot be dispensed because the piston is not going all the way through to the surface of the syringe. Well, again, that's not a problem. Buy another set of syringes. They're like quite cheap. They're 15 USD, 15 US dollars. A set of 5, 10, and 30 cc syringes, along with some dispenser needles, plastic and metallic, and along with the adapters for them. So this is the actual adapter for the syringe that is going to be fitted in front of the dispensing unit, right here. So this works quite okay. I don't have anything to say against it, or something like this. But for solder paste, I would prefer like smaller syringes, because I'm not going to actually to fill 75% from this syringe just to dispense some, I don't know, like 10 boards, or 20 or 100 for that matter. It's enormous. So I will have to use smaller syringes, and I'll use 5 and 10 cc syringes after my adapters will arrive. I've already ordered them, and I'm going to actually use this type of medical syringes because they have a nice rubber gasket that will actually go all the way to the end of the syringe and will dispense anything. You can see actually the contact surface here. You can actually, if you press it a little bit, you can actually see the contact between the rubber gasket and the syringe's body. So I will use this. This is a 10 cc syringe that will actually fit with the new adapters. For the moment, I do think, and for the batches that I have to do, I do think I will use actually the 5 cc. 10 cc is way too bigger for what I have to do. So what you get, it's an adapter with a hose, and now the surprise, because there has to be a surprise with those gentlemen. There are two surprises. They send me. I'm from Europe, guys, and actually I'm from the eastern part of Europe, and actually they send me this kind of power cord. Well, I can't use it. That's not a big deal actually, because I'm using already a IEC cord. You can actually buy them by the hundreds with very cheap prices, and I actually use computer cords, servers cords, because they are much more reliable than the consumer version. I don't know. They're much thicker, and I trust them a little bit more than. So this one, no, I can actually throw it away. I will actually recycle it a little bit, maybe cut here, and but it doesn't really worth the effort to do that. It's like $1.50 a 3 meter computer cable. And the other surprise that I I had was this little adapter that was supposed to go into the air compressor. Well, it doesn't, because it's not the standard industry standard. The industry standard is this. I had to look a little bit for it. Okay, I found it. It was like dead cheap, $0.5 in any convenience store, or in USA, Home Depot. It's in Romania. There's something equivalent, so you don't have to mind that. Actually, but I had to make one extra trip to the actual store, buy it, and then return to the shop. Keep my finger crossed and hope for the best. So this one is not standard, and it came with any model that you're going to buy from eBay or for any other store. Here, a standard connector, a standard air connector, has a diameter on the actual metal gasket of 12 millimeters. This one, it's 14. Yeah, it's totally useless. I've tried to have it a little bit on the lathe and cut it with with a HSS cutting tool, but I have to say I don't know what kind of material is that. It's not actually, it's not hard, it's not soft, it's something in between, and it will stick like hell on your tool. Dremel, actually, any cutting tool from AHS and Carbide, it's pretty amazing. I'll have to see what's that. Okay. What you got in the package is a cable for the hand command button. Okay, and as I told you, the main airline that you'll have to buy for this, you'll have to buy the little adapter for it. As my air compressor, I'm using this little fellow here. It's a 6-liter compressor. It has 6 bars maximum air pressure. It will start at 8 bars maximum pressure. It will stop at 8 and it will go off at 6. And actually, it's pretty silent, and it will give you the right amount of air pressure and I don't know, mobility. If you have a small workshop like I do have a bigger air compressor, 100 liters, in right behind me. But I would like to start it every time. I would have to do an SMD soldering job. Let's face it. Come on, it will be such a waste of energy. So I've decided to buy another smaller compressor to use it for my powder coating and my dispensing unit. So that was it. Black & Decker was like under $100, maybe more like $90. So we are going to start the dispensing unit right now by attaching the air hose, the main air hose, and give it a little bit of test. I cannot test it properly right now because I told you I will not fill 30 cc of that syringe with solder paste. It's very, very expensive. The solder paste will actually, it's very expensive, and I would need like I don't know, around 10 small caps of solder paste, and this little cap is $3. 10 will be 30, and in the next week I will not have some SMD jobs to actually use 30 cc of solder paste on something. So I'm not going to do that. When the small syringes will actually arrive, I will do a proper tutorial video on how to dispense solder paste. So what you have to do actually, it's first you will connect the hose to the main unit, because if you are going to do like I did first time, I've connected the the main airline to the compressor, and guess what? Well, all the air blew out. So actually, it's quite a very nice type of connection. It's a quick connection. You just put the hose in and actually go in, and that's it. So next, I'm going to connect it to my air compressor. You'll have okay. The pressure is actually a little bit too high for the connection to go on. Okay, now we're back in business. It was almost 8 bars in the tank, and the pressure regulator was all the way up. So it's kind of hard to push back on the spring of the quick release to insert the hose. So this is the air pressure, like I said, regulator. You can regulate the pressure from it. If you push it inside, it will actually lock inside. So you have to pull it a little bit, and something around, I found out something around 15 to 20 psi will work best in terms of energy economy and the noise generated from the compressor. So my compressor is starting the motor at 6 bars, and it will be at 8 bars in about 2 minutes. So it's not maximum 2 minutes. So it's not such a problem with the noise. But I actually bought this to have some economy made with the air and with the energy. Okay, so I'm going to, you can see the gouge is getting up or is getting down. So I'm going to use it at about 15 psi. That's about here. Okay, the actual hose for the dispensing unit, you'll have fitted here in front of the unit. It's the same quick release. Just push it in and goes in. Okay, so we need a little bit of okay. The mains is on. You can actually connect the hand switch back, and actually this is all you need to have to dispense it, to use it. So I'm going to power it on. It's powered on. You can see it's in manual mode here, and we got some actual pressure of 15 psi. Yeah, the only thing that you can actually see is that the piston is going to move from a position to another. So I'm going to put it all the way back. So let's see it like this. It's actually okay. The pressure is off. Okay, so we have, and the actually the Venturi tube, it's after each dispense cycle. Maybe you can hear it. It drains a little bit of air from the main line, and we'll have a little bit of vacuum that will suck up a little bit from the syringe, and it will break the liquid tension from anything that you want to dispense, like glue or solder paste. Oh, by the way, those syringes are excellent for glue. So I'm going to use them for glue or for wood glue. I wouldn't put inside the super glue like cyan acrylate or something like this, because it's going to stick there for a long time. But yeah, it's doable. So you can actually, let's put this back up, and okay. So if I'm going to have it on auto mode, you will see that it will run indefinitely. Having the time delay set it here. Oh, another minus. It's the fact that I don't have actually any line or any dot that I can see on the actual knob. So I'll have to do one and see how much time do I. Where am I with the knob? So I'm going all the way up or all the way down. So yeah. So I put it. So if you have a fast hand or a slow hand, or if you're used to work with the repetitive tasks and you know your boards very well, you can actually put it on auto mode and have it dispense it like 3 or 5 seconds apart, and actually not use the knobs or the foot pedal. That is it for now. It's I'm going to have another video made after my syringes are going to arrive here in the workshop, and I'm going to show you how I'm actually going to dispense solder paste on PCBs, and I will do an integrated video along with the oven, and I will find some basic circuitry that we can discuss about it. So this is it. That's my dispensing unit. I'm telling you again, a very good value for the money. Quite nice build, quite sturdy. The actual metal sheet, it's steel, it's not aluminium, so it's pretty sturdy and pretty well built. That's it for now, guys. Bye bye. This is Dexter from Dexter's Workshop. It's been a little bit longer than I expected, but what can I say? If you find it interesting, then you can subscribe to my channel, and I'm sure that you can find another interesting stuff there. Bye bye for now. Dexter from Dexter's Workshop is out.